It's Friday, June 23rd, 2023, and I've got three best bet winners for you. Let's dive into it. What's up, guys? It's your boy Noble Living back with another DYF Bets video where I'm breaking down my favorite picks, plays of the day as we just try to grow a bag and get to the money. Yesterday was not our best day in the books. We did cash in on the nerfy of the day, but Shane McClanahan did leave the game in the third inning with a back injury. The Rays were not winning at the time. They actually lost the game outright, and so that's pretty crazy. Biggest underdog loss of the year, so we did not cash in on that one, and I went against my gut. I had the Mariners first five and I changed it to the Mariners Yankees under, and guess what? Mariners scored 6 runs in the first inning to blow past that, so disappointing there. I should have went my gut off a rip, but it's all good. 1-2 on the day. You can see our year-to-date record right here, falling under 500, but listen, I'm about to bounce back. I got to. I have to. I feel like I've been reading these games well, especially in the early games. If you're not in the Telegram group, make sure you're doing that alongside liking this video and subscribing to the channel. We put out 3 winners yesterday and a 2-team steam that went crazy. So I'm trying to get caught back up on the videos in terms of getting my record better here, but make sure you join the Telegram group because these videos are not all the plays that I put out, and trust me, there are winners that are being dropped inside the Telegram group that are going to help make up for maybe one of the 2 of the losses that happened here. But listen, we're going to turn this ship around, no excuses, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date of this turnaround, and let's dive into our first best bet of the day. So for our first best bet of the day, we've got a full slate of MLB games. I love that. I hate when we've got those small cards like on Wednesday and Thursday, especially when it's the later games. All the games start later today as well, so I've got a lot of time. I've got a lot of different options to choose from, and the first game that I like is the Orioles on the money line. The best odds I've seen is -110 on FanDuel, and I like the value that we're getting here in this pick'em type matchup because I've got Kyle Gibson on the mound versus Logan Gilbert, and I think these are 2 pitchers who've just been in really different form. Kyle Gibson, he's been really consistent on the year. Now, he hasn't been really locked down, but he's been consistent, and that's what I'm looking for. He's 8-4 on the year with a 3.94 ERA. In his last 5 starts, he's given up 3 or less earned runs, so I love to see that. Like I said, it's consistency. You know what you're going to get out of him, and he's faced some pretty decent lineups as well over those 5 starts. He's faced the Cubs, he's faced the Brewers, he's faced the Guardians, he's faced the Yankees, so you know, it's not like he's facing some slouch teams. I mean, he faced the Royals as well in that, so I didn't really call them. And like I said, 3 earned runs or less in 5 of those straight starts. That's what I really love to see. But it's a Logan Gilbert who's the one that I'm really worried about for the Mariners. He's 4-4 on the year with a 4.31 ERA, and he's shown at times this year that when he's faced tough and strong lineups that he's susceptible to give up runs, especially the long ball. Against the Angels earlier this month, he went 3 innings, he gave up 8 hits, 7 runs, and 2 home runs in that matchup. And against the Yankees a few starts before that one, 4 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, 2 home runs in that one. And not to mention that his walk numbers have been going up and his strikeout numbers have been going down. You hate to see that when you got a pitcher who's giving up a lot of contact, giving up home runs, and their walking batters and their strikeout numbers are going down. That means they're not missing those bats. I never like backing pitchers who are not missing bats because when they get into tough jams, runners on base, not a lot of outs, it's tough for you to grab those outs if you're not missing strikeouts. The Orioles, we know they're a tough team to beat at home at Camden Yards. Mariners are coming off that tough series against the Yankees. They got the win last night, but now they have to travel down to Baltimore, and Gibson has been solid at Camden Yards. And when you look at it, Mariners have lost 3 of the last 4 matchups on the money line when Gilbert is on the mound and starting. So because of that, I think we're getting really good value on the Orioles at home coming off a rest day. Mariners had to travel, and then Gilbert has not been as consistent as Gibson. And give me the team with the better bullpen as well, being the Orioles, as I like that as being my first best bet of the day. For my second best bet of the day, you guys know I'm going to Nerfy Nation here. I might have to start calling this a Noble Nerfy because if we've been cashing in on these Nerfies, I want to get a little hot streak going. And today I'm going with the Mets and Phillies, and we're getting really good value on this Nerfy as well. -110 on Bovada. Again, shop around your book. You might be able to get that plus value, and I really like this Nerfy. Why? Because we have 2 pitchers who've been really strong in the first inning. We've got Kodai Senga, 11-2 on the year for the Mets in terms of Nerfies, and he's hit his last 6 in a row, so I'd love to see that. We've got Taijuan Walker on the mound for the Phillies. He's 11-4 on Nerfies this year, including hitting his last 6 in a row as well. So both of these pitchers pitchers have gone their last 6 starts without giving up a single run in the first inning. I love to see that. And then we know the Mets offense, which has been getting stronger of late, has still been having a little bit of trouble getting that offense going, especially in the first inning. They've got an 81% Nerfy success rate, one of the tops in the entire majors. They have not scored a run in the first inning in 3 straight matchups, while the Phillies, they're a little bit better in the first inning, 72% Nerfy success rate. I still like to get teams that are over 70%. That's really what I look for, and they haven't scored a run in 2 straight matchups there. So I think that we've got 2 solid pitchers on the mound today. I'm not sure if it's going to be a low-scoring one, but I think that we should get 2 guys who can be able to go through the top of the lineup, get 3 quick outs each apiece. So we just need 6 outs. Let's sweat it for the noble Nerfy of the day. Mets and Phillies, great value at -110 here. You can't beat that as the second best bet of the day. For my third and final best bet of the day, I've been staying off of parlays this week for the most part, but I'm going back to it today. What? Yeah, I know. I got to switch back. I've got to go back to the parlays. And I'm going with a 3-team steam. Normally I do a 2-team steam, but today I'm going for 3-team steam, and I'm going Rays, Jays, and Padres money line. That gets you to about +150 odds or so, depending on what you get it on your book. Now, you're probably wondering, Noble, like, you're taking the biggest favorites of the day. Wow, whoop-de-doo. Now, if you take 2 of these teams in a 2-team steam, I don't like the fact that we don't get to +100 value on it without having to go to the run line. So because of that, I had to 3-team steam it, so that way we can get to that +100 value. And I think +150 is not bad value when you look at all 3 of these matchups, because yes, they are the biggest favorites of the night, but it's also because there are huge pitching advantages and mismatches here that I really think should be able to be exploited, and all 3 of these teams should win. In the Rays game, we have Zach Eflin versus Zach Greinke. Zach Eflin on the year is 8-3 with a 3.26 ERA, while Zach Greinke is 1-7 on the year with a 4.81 ERA. Don't ask me how the Royals won yesterday, but listen, they're not winning again today. If you've been tapped into the show, then you know that we always fade Zach Greinke, who's when he's on the road. Terrible pitcher when he's on the road. 0-4 on the year, 6.15 ERA. I'm not backing that. Zach Eflin, really good pitcher at home, and I think that the Rays should be able to get it done, especially after blowing that game yesterday. They thought it was going to be all sunshine and roses. Yes, McClanahan getting hurt kind of throws some things off there. I think they also benched Randy Diaz as well, one of their star players, because of his attitude problem. So because of that, I think that the Rays should be focused today, grab the win, smacking the Royals, who I don't think should score enough runs, especially to back up Greinke today. So give me the Rays as the first pick of the parlay. Now the second pick of the parlay, we're going to the Jays, because another pitching mismatch. We have James Kaprielian going for the A's. He's 2-6 on the year with a 6.38 ERA, and he's going against Chris Bassett for the Jays, who's 7-5 on the year with a 4.16 ERA. And this is another home road split that I have to exploit, because Chris Bassett is really strong at home. He's 3-1 on the year with a 2.18 ERA, so he's been very solid at home. Now, while Oakland did get hot a week or so ago when they were beating the Rays and they won those like 5-6 games in a row, since then they've went right back to their same old ways. They've lost 8 straight games in a row. James Kaprielian has pitched a little bit better of late, but I just don't think that he's going to get the run support that he needs against Chris Bassett, who's in great form at home. So because of that, I think the Jays should be able to handle business very easily at home today. So give me the Jays as the second leg of the parlay. And for the third and final leg of the parlay, we're going with the Padres here, because we got Joe Musgrove on the mound against Patrick Corbin. Joe Musgrove, he's coming off a strong outing against the Rays, where he only gave up 2 earned runs in 6 innings. We love to see that. And the thing that I love to see in that matchup as well, he didn't strike out a lot of batters. So you know Musgrove, who's a strikeout pitcher who depends on the strikeout stuff, he had a strong outing against a very strong lineup like the Rays without striking out a lot of batters. We love to see that. 5-2 on the year with a 4.22 ERA. So that means that he does have a little bit of higher ERA that we like to see, but the Padres have been backing him up in his starts. So we love to see that. And then Patrick Corbin on the other side for the Nationals is truthfully just a big fade. He's not been pitching well this year. 4-8 on the year with a 4.89 ERA. His ERA is even worse on the road at 5.4. And then he's facing a Padres team that's hitting lefties really, really well. And their bats have just been working well for them. We saw that yesterday, 10 runs in like 5 innings. If you were inside the Telegram group, you would have got that call out. We took the Padres first 5 money line. So their bats have been heating up. They're second in isolated power and fourth in team OPS against left-handed pitchers over the past month. You don't like to see that against a pitcher like Patrick Corbin, open, who's not been in the best of form. Also, at the same time, against a lineup like the Nationals, who are not the strongest lineup in baseball, have not been hitting the ball too well, and they had to play at home yesterday and then get on a flight and go all the way across the country to now face the Padres on the road. We don't like to see that. So those are three games that I really like. Yes, they are the three biggest favorites on the board of the day, but it's because they should win, and it's due to the big pitching matchups and just the disparities that we see on the home road splits and how well all these offenses have been. So give me the Rays on the money line, give me the Jays on the money line, and give me the Padres on the money line. Guess what's plus 150 odds. You can't beat that as our final best bet of the day, and I'll wait to double our money. Well, that's it for me today, my friends. Hopefully we can end off the week strong. It should have been a really good week for us. We started off the week strong. We had a setback yesterday and on Wednesday, but we're going to finish the week strong today. Not too disappointed about it because, like I said, the Telegram group has been jumping. We've been calling out winners, cashing in, going crazy in there, especially on the early games. So you make sure you guys are clicking that link in the bio, so this way you're getting access to that group. It is free, so that way you can get all these picks and you can stay up to date on all the games and the winners that we're putting out. And if you drop a like on this video, I'd really appreciate it. It helps the algorithm, and we're just trying to get viewed by more people, and we're trying to grow the channel. As always, dictate your fate. Let's make some money, and I can't wait to see y'all on Monday, and let's make some bread. Later, guys.